Hey, welcome members, traders, and YouTubers. In this video, I'm going to talk about what's going on with the euro right now, and a few things that I'm looking at, and where I think that the euro is going to be going. One of the things that I always look at anytime I'm trading is just the psychological numbers in the currency market, whether it's the euro, whether it's the Australian dollar, whether it's a pound dollar, US yen, whatever currency it is. I always look at psychological numbers, and we've been down in the range of a key psychological level, which is 117.50. In a minute, I'll bring over a chart and give you guys an illustration as to what I mean by the psychological numbers. But in the last video that I did with the day trading video, or not the day trading video, but the trading the news on the Aussie dollar, where I had made $1,000 in less than 10 minutes on that trade. Just trading the news, it helps me understand which way price is going based off of psychological numbers, in addition to just my trade setup and support and resistance and other things that come along with it. But I think today was very key in what the euro dollar, what we can expect moving forward, because if we take a look at the euro dollar as of Tuesday, which is right here. Now, one thing I talk about in my ebook is trading the news, how to interpret what price is doing based off of the news. We all know that price can do one of two things, or one of three things. It can go up, it can go down, or it can go sideways, and that's exactly what happened in today's market on the euro dollar. We've had, over an extended period of time, we've had, a fairly nice downward run on the euro dollar, and just want you to see what the difference is. So let's look at what happened last week. Now, this red line right here is the open for last week. And then up here, I'll put this in the box, but this is the high for last week. And then we come all the way down, and then this green line right here is the low for the for last week. So if we look at a weekly chart, this is a very bearish candlestick or bar if we were looking at it from a weekly perspective. And now going into this week, so this is the high for this week, and then right here is the low for this week. So let me take this one out. I'm going to take this one out for now. That represents Tuesday. So this is what's been going on for this week. Now look at just the overall down movement on what price was doing. We were very time dominant on a bearish or downward trend. Now if we look at this week, we broke the low for last week right here, and then it instantly popped right back up. If we're going to continue going down, price is not going to break a low and then instantly pop right back up and get close to the open for the week or testing the highs for the week. Price just isn't going to do that if we're price dominant in a downtrend. So what this is telling me on what happened today, right in this area, right here, is we now have a change in market sentiment. We now have buyers that are in the market saying, I think that we're at a good value, so we can start buying at this point. But yet we still have a certain level of market sentiment to where the sellers are saying, no, I still want to keep selling. I keep want to sell. And so now we're getting this battle in between the buyers and sellers, and I think that's what really drove price to be really choppy today, and that's why we ended up creating a doji for today, because there was a lot of indecision and a lot of battling in between the sellers and the buyers. And my own views here, and of course I'm going to go off of what my setups tell me on whether I'm going to buy or sell, but just looking at what market sentiment is doing, this is telling me that we can look for a pullback back up into the 120 level, maybe even into the 122.50 level, because right now we're in one of the psychological levels, which is that 117.50 level. Now, when I talk about a psychological level, I don't mean an exact price of 117.50, because you have a little bit of a leeway. But where the leeway is it's going to be in between 118 and 117 is where that leeway is. And if you notice, this is where a lot of that consolidation is in between that 117.50 and that 118 level. We're trying to break above that 118 level, and if we can get above 118 and we can stay above it, then we should be seeing price get back up into 119.50, all the way even up into the 120 level for a retracement. So that's what I wanted to show you guys here, and I will bring this over so you guys can see the significant price levels in the Forex market. One key factor to trading the Forex market is knowing where and how far price is going. So here's a list of psychological numbers for the Forex market. I trade the euro dollar and the Aussie dollar, so these are the numbers that I'm going to give you. Now, your significant levels would be, for example, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145, 150, so on and so forth. But in between those levels, you're going to have secondary numbers. Those are going to be 112.50, 117.50, 122.50, 127.50, 32.50, 137.50, 142.50, 147.50, and so on and so forth. Same thing with the Aussie. You have a level at 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, a dollar parity, and then 105, 110, 115, and it just continues that way. Well, your secondary numbers for the Aussie dollar would be your 72.50, 77.50, 82.50, 87.50, 92.50, 97.50, 102.50, and 107.50. So the trade that I did on the with the news on the Aussie dollar, we'd been bouncing on that 80 level, but we could not break the range of what I look at, which would be the 79 level, because you've got on those major levels, you're going to have about 100 pip movement. So, for example, on the 80 level, it's going to be up to about 81, down to about 79, and we couldn't break past just 80 period. So, not being able to break past the 80 level, and then we get a double bottom on the 80 level, then I would be looking for price to get back up into that 82.50 level, which is a secondary number. So that's why in that Aussie US dollar news trade, that's why I had a bullish sentiment for price to head back up into that 82.50 level, and that's why I was looking for a pending buy order to go ahead and get triggered in on that buy, and then just have my stop right below support or that pivot level, but ultimately looking for price to get not just within one day, but over a period of a couple of days or a week or whatever, get from 80 back up into that 82.50 level. So I just wanted to cover that with you. And then also, same thing with the euro dollar. We're at that secondary level of 117.50. we were having a lot of trouble breaking the 117. The lowest that it's been so far is down at 117.35, so we can't even get to the 117 level, but the majority of the trading has been anywhere from 170, 117.60 up into the 117.80s. So that's leading me to believe that we're going to start getting a pullback, especially with this doji right here. We will get more confirmation because today is Wednesday right now. We'll get additional confirmation. If price does end up closing for the week above its open, which its open is 118.70. So if we do close for the week above this open, then going into next week, I'm going to continue looking at buying opportunities all the way up into that 119.50 and the 120 level. So we're going to have a good 150 to 200 pips of buying opportunity if we close above the open for this week. So I will I'll do another video for tomorrow, just give you an update as to where price is, and then we can continue moving forward. But I appreciate everybody watching the video, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.